Sooners have a pair of timeouts remaining. Missouri drops 8. Arnold hit. Ball's loose. It is scooped up by the Tigers. Zion Young with the scoop. Big score. Madness in Columbia.
How? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It was...
Why did my father ever take me to a football game?
Okay, let's not go there. Oh God, I think the bar couldn't be lower. I didn't think the bar could be lower. I actually thought we were gonna win this game, and for a minute there, it looked like we were gonna win it, and we were gonna get on here. We were gonna be like, thank God, we're at least gonna go to a bowl game.
Doing some of these.
Sooner Magic. We had the whole thing planned out, but no, OU They just fumbled it. They just fumbled it. Literally. Just disgusted right now. Well, I've had a few days to process it. I'm glad we didn't record this right after the game because, well, as Dad said, we probably wouldn't have been able to upload it. It's just...
That's true.
All right, let me just get through the intro and then we'll... get on to the ranting. This is yet another episode, a very sad one, of Days of Our Sooners, where we talk about the never-ending soap opera that is Oklahoma Sooners football. It is increasingly becoming the protracted agony of being a Oklahoma Sooners football fan. I am your host, Britton Summers. I'm here with my co-host. He's also my dad. Todd, how you doing, Dad?
Not well. Disappointed.
I mean, just... after the Maine and Ole Miss games, I was like, you know what? Maybe we could end this season respectably.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we're turning a corner.
Yeah, exactly.
And watch that Georgia versus Ole Miss game. We actually... scored more points than Georgia against Ole Miss. We actually held Ole Miss to less points than Georgia did. So I'm thinking, hey.
This game was just cruel at this point. The football gods were just being sadistic at this point. It's just like, I don't know. What else could go wrong this season? It's just, and it felt like,
I guess we know why we named this Days of Our Sooners.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely into a soap opera.
It's a soap opera. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, half the fan base is wanting Brent gone now, and half the other fan base is. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're in a weird spot.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching last week, it was like nothing changed, and it really frustrated me. Frustrated me a lot.
Definitely a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Definitely a heartbreaker.
Yeah. That might be the saddest I've been about a game since, like, Boise State, maybe.
Gosh, I thought you were going to have a breakdown.
Oh, God, I snapped after it was over.
Yeah.
Because I was so disgusted, I was like, I'm going to go in my office, screw this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not watching this.
Before that.
And then they came and then they were coming back, and I was like, maybe I'll watch it through.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost it anyway. So you know what? I'm just... I don't know what's going on here, Dad. I don't know if it's we're just snake bitten this year, which is probably, oh God, what are we gonna do, Dad? What else can I say that hasn't already been said? I don't know, man. I really don't.
Don't know.
There's a lot of cursing involved. So also, Cassidy, if you watch this, sorry I woke you up with my yelling. I let my emotions get the better of me. I hope you understand.
Yeah, the niece/cousin got an earful on that one.
Yeah.
Out of a sleep and into what in the world's going on here? Is the end of the world hit?
Yeah, it's. I hate to sound dramatic because I like to fancy myself as one of the level-headed fans. But like, even I was starting to feel like this is like the end of the world. Even though I mean it's literally not. But it was just I was gutted. Gutted, Dad. It's like he plunged a knife and ripped my guts, disemboweled me there.
When I'm the voice of reason after a OU football loss, something terribly wrong has happened.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying fire Brent Venables and everybody just yet, but I don't know what we're doing. We are not a good team this year. That is all I'll say. I will concede that we are not a good team this year.
Yeah, we are not a good team this year. We are a lousy team this year.
Defense is pretty good,
Defense
but aside from
okay.
that,
it's hard to hang your hat on that. But
hell, you're not even giving the defense credit anymore. But yeah, they are looking pretty demoralized
we'll
out there.
We'll talk about that in a minute, and I'll tell you why I'm not giving them credit. But in the end, it's just a game. I'm having to tell you that. I'm having to tell me that. We do love this team so.
Yes.
And the university.
It's like we got kicked in the nuts once again.
It's just hard to take. It's hard to take. So.
I don't like losing, Dad.
Well, I don't either. I hate losing. And when we're not in the, even in the playoff hunt, it's like, why are we even having the season? I mean, this is Oklahoma football. We're supposed to be in the conversation. We're either in it all the way, we're top ranked, or we're in the conversation. We're definitely making the college football playoffs. We're definitely going to a bowl. We've never not gone to a bowl since you've been alive.
Yeah, it's a sad day being a Sooner. It's just, I hate to say this because I generally fancy myself as not one of the doom and gloomer fans, as I like to call them. I don't know if we're even going to win another game for the rest of the year. If we can't beat Missouri, then like I need to go to the hospital ward, man. I'm heartbroken, man.
A Missouri team without its number one quarterback, a lousy Missouri team.
Well, a solid team.
Lousy.
All right, fine. I know you're angry. Let it out.
I want to know who's paying for this. Where's the retribution coming from? Whose hide is it coming out of? That's what I need to know.
I have no idea.
I want to know who's going to pay for my sorrow.
I don't know.
I don't either. That's what I want to know. Who's paying? That's what I want to know.
I don't really. I could get angry and start ranting about how nothing's changed, or it just feels like we're reverted back to Luttrell levels of just inept offense. I don't know what to say. I'm really just really demoralized right now.
I called for an end of the podcast for the year.
Right? Jeez. Oh yeah. You weren't really looking forward to recording this episode. I wasn't either. It was just
to end it.
Just to end it. Just get a bag. Just get bags over our heads at this point.
Well, we may have them next week or a week after next. We got a bye week, so we aren't losing this week.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Aunt Barbara. So
yeah.
Whew. All right, you want to walk through this?
I guess so.
All right. So, first half 9-3. OU's up. Feeling good. Not great, but feeling good, right?
Had a fake punt. That was pretty fun. And then we got a penalty. It's just...
what?
A delay of game. It was just... Oh, my Lord. This felt like a lionization of this season. Just ineptitude, missed opportunities...
Whose fault is that penalty?
Even the refs are just awful.
I'm not. I mean that calling the
No, not the delay.
Drive,
not the delay a game. I just mean.
I mean that is ridiculous. Whose fault is that?
Are you gonna say Venables?
Yeah. You don't go. Oh, we got us fake field goal. Yeah, guys. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, okay, let's celebrate. Oh, we got a penalty? Yeah. Get the offense on the field. We're at the 10-yard line, ready to score a touchdown. No, we're goofing around, celebrating, high-fiving everybody. No, what do we? This is like, this is ridiculous. We got to have the offense on the field. This offense isn't good enough to score 1st and 15. I mean, 1st and 10, maybe. That's a big maybe. 1st and 15.
We've seen improvement over the last couple weeks, which I thought, we were gonna, actually do something. But then it just kind of felt like we reverted back to where we've been at.
Yeah.
So it's just, again, protracted agony.
So we get the penalty, immediately get a sack. Another something happens, and we're kicking like a 40-yard field goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ridiculous. But Schmitty
stepped up.
Schmitty. Bright spot. Schmitty.
It's kind of sad to admit, but yes, Schmitty has actually stepped up a little bit. He's become a pretty good kicker.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I saw an interview with Smitty. I don't even know why I'm going off on this, but I saw an interview with Smitty after the game. And
you were telling me about this.
He talked about the last 2 years. He was worried more about the ball going through the uprights. And it made him nervous. Because he was worried about the outcome, right? Instead of worrying about the process. But this year, he's really concentrated on the process. He takes his 3 steps back. He's got his routine, he's going to practice it. And he's worried about his process versus the outcome. And guess what? When you worry about the process, and this is good feedback for, all parts of life. Worry about the process of whatever it is you're doing, about going to school and doing your homework and studying. And the outcome of the grade will come because you've done the hard work, right? And sure enough, I mean, I thought that was great advice for all parts of life. So well done, Smitty. All of my stuff that I said the last 2 years, I take it all back.
Well,
I learned something from you, son.
He really stepped up, man.
56-yard field goal?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
What did I say before he kicked that thing?
You didn't think he was going to make it.
Ain't no way he's hitting that thing. Why are we even trotting him out there, right? Boom! That thing was good from 70.
Yeah,
So anyway.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
After the debacle, we get 3 points. We're up 3, right?
I was mad. Should have been 7. But whatever. It's 3.
Defense dominating.
They
can't move the ball at all against us. Didn't they think they're going to go for it? Remember the little fake they're going to go for it, and they're going to try to get us to jump offside. You're going, hey, Dad, are they going to make us jump offside, or trying to make us jump offside? Yeah, they're not going for this. There's no way they're going for this on their own 40, right? And then at the last minute, they hike it and hand off on the sweep.
They weren't fooled, though. We weren't fooled anyway.
Who came around?
Billy Bowman.
Bullet, right?
Billy Bowman.
Blows the guy up. Knocks him about 10 yards into the bench, right?
Oh, yeah, smashed him.
We're looking for penalties. He hit him so hard. I'm like, what's going on? There must be a penalty there. We've hit him so hard, right? We get the ball. We drive it back down. We get pretty close. We fumble around, goof around. We get another field goal. 6-0.
That's really the best way I can describe this game. We screwed around for 60 minutes, and we found out.
Should have had a touchdown on the first drive after the goofball, after the great punt, fake punt, goofball penalty.
It just feels like a regression to 2022. It was really disappointing. And I know a lot of people are not happy with Brent Venables right now. I'm not happy with him either. I think, there's a lot of bad judgment calls he's made that have really not helped us. But look, I don't think the guy should be fired. I hate to say it. I know I'm going to probably get roasted on this.
You're still talking Venables here?
But let me finish what I got to say. It's like, dude, I know you could put a good football team together. You did it last year. You can do it, man. I don't know what's going on here, but you just got to figure it out, man. Now, I can't read minds, but I'm guessing his thought process is at this moment is ride out the rest of the season. I don't know. I hope not. But
nothing else he can do, right?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
I mean, he's kept the team together. They're playing hard. They haven't quit. I'll give him credit for that. He made a bad hire.
Yeah, that's true.
He made a bad hire with Seth and with Joe John Finley. Not up to SEC offensive coordinator status, Never should have happened. They should have went out and found the very best offensive coordinator in the country.
Yeah, get like a Riley or something. I don't know.
You got to go get the very best. You can't go with a loyalty hire. That's where he failed.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's learned, and he's a newer head coach. So maybe he's learning from these mistakes. But that goofing around and getting a penalty on that, that's inexcusable.
That was his fault.
Wasting timeouts during games, inexcusable. He's got to grow up. Are you the head coach, or are we goofing around here? That's my question. He better grow up in a hurry, because I'm not happy, and if I'm not happy, I'm not reasonable. I'm somewhat reasonable.
I think that's a lot of people, Dad.
So
you're not alone.
Reasonable,
There are people calling us laughing stock of the SEC, which
that's no doubt.
I mean,
that's no doubt.
Definitely very underwhelming.
Underwhelming is an understatement.
Uh-huh.
So still, they can't move the ball against us, right?
Uh-huh.
It's 6-0. They're punting the ball to us. I'm thinking that, eventually we're going to break loose and we're going to score. They kick it towards the sideline. Peyton Bowen is running up to catch the punt.
It's kind of remind me of Bedlam 2021, where we were kind of doing pretty good, and then we slipped up and kept fumbling around. Though I guess you could say Lincoln Riley had other plans, so
yeah,
his head probably wasn't in the game that night. But it kind of reminded me of that, because we were just kind of screwing around out there, and we weren't really. I don't know if it wasn't we didn't take the game seriously or what. It was just
how do you not take the game seriously?
It's just every worst case scenario that could happen this freaking season has happened. Everything I have feared would happen with OU and the SEC has happened. How, Dad? How is this possible?
Are the football gods mad at us?
Yeah, what did we do?
What are we doing?
Are they that mad at Lincoln Riley?
I'm still watching Game Day. I'm still watching the Fansville commercials. What are you mad at me for?
I mean, even the guys at Game Day are like, damn, bro.
They're not even talking about us anymore. That's how bad we are. Game Day don't even speak about us, right? So we punt the ball, or they punt the ball. There's no way Missouri's going to score in this game. We muff it. We muff the punt, and they get it on our 20-something yard line, 27-yard line. Our defense still holds them. They can't even punch it in from there. Get a field goal, 6-3. So I'm like, okay, we've weathered that. They kick off to us. It's almost the end of the half. We go down and we kick the 56-yarder. 9-3 at halftime. What are you thinking? We're definitely going to win this game, right? Missouri can't move the ball on us.
I was a bit disappointed that we seemed to be kind of falling back to old routines.
Goofing around.
Yes. But I thought, okay, if we can, play them tough, we can win this game, right?
Go into halftime, slap some heads, right?
Venables yell at some people, get everyone hyped up.
Jackson's fumbled and got it back. There's just no reason for him to fumble. He's just running out to the left, fumbles the ball, runs a drive. Secondly, runs up to the middle, gain, fumbles the ball, gives it to him. We hold them. They don't get anything.
Again,
muff punt.
I have no idea what happened during not the off week, but I have no idea what happened during the week we were preparing for the game versus when we got to the game. Like, did we forget about all the momentum that we were getting during the last two games?
It's all a facade of momentum.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm flabbergasted, Dad. And the second half happens. They score a touchdown. I'm like, crap.
Well, let's go through it slowly here.
Fine.
Let's relive this thing.
Oh, my God.
We're up 9-3 at halftime. What do I say? They get the ball first. Let's keep the momentum. Defense, you got to stop. You can't let them go down and score right here and lose momentum, right? We've got the momentum. 3 and out. Boom. We're in good shape, right? They punt the ball to us. We go 3 and out. Missouri drives and scores a touchdown on us. 10-7. How does this... Or
10-9.
10-9. How does this happen? Did we fumble? I think we fumbled it.
Oh, yeah, it was, I think it was Burks.
Oh, yeah, Burks.
Burks. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Well, not only did he lose his game, his house got burned down.
Oh, I did hear about that. Okay, I apologize.
I mean...
Poor guy there.
Just...
Doesn't deserve his house to be burned down.
And then he gets blasted at the end of the game. Gets a concussion. I'm just like...
Even on that drive, they fumble at the 10, and, they fumble at the 10, but we can't get it. And then the very next play, Weiss, our old wide receiver that we could really use this year, scores the touchdown, takes him up 10-9.
And then they score 17-9. And I was like, screw this.
Well, it's 10-9. The third quarter ends. How you feeling at the end of 3? It's only 10-9, right?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I mean, we're a dumpster fire on offense. We're not moving the ball either. But Missouri, without us like coughing the ball up and fumbling, they can't do anything against us. So, that was, I think, in the fourth quarter is when Burks actually fumbles the ball, and then they get the ball. They get the ball, and they go down, and they go up 16-9.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to kick the extra point.
And then they miss.
It's going to be 17-9, right? We're going to have to go for 2. I mean, it's looking bleak.
Oh, yeah.
Why can we not remember this? So we're only down 7, right? Then they bring in the guy we haven't seen all year, basically. Xavier Robinson, number 21, the running back. I think you might have already given up and come in here. You were just done with this game, right?
And I hate doing that. It makes me feel like one of those fair weather fans.
Right, but
and
you
I'm
get
not
so
a fair.
upset.
I was so disgusted.
Right. Yeah.
This
I
happened
understand.
against Auburn.
I understand.
I was so disgusted with
Right.
what I was seeing.
Right. But you had one ear open, right?
I was actually going in to make some pizza, actually, or I was going in to heat up some pizza you guys brought over, and they get the flea flicker touchdown, and I was like, this team, I swear.
So what happens before that? We bring in a guy that hasn't played basically all year. I think he might have had some running there in the main game. Getting 8, getting 10, getting 8, getting 10. Throw him a little pass, he gets 15. I'm like, hey, where's this guy been? Keep handing him the ball. We bring in Tatum, hands it off. He running back. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to take a big loss here. No, he turns around, throws the halfback pass back to Arnold, and we score the touchdown. We're tied 17-all. With
16-all.
16-all. About 4 minutes left in the game. So I'm thinking, okay, surely we can hold them, right? What happens?
They get a touchdown?
Nope. They fumble the ball.
Oh, they fumbled it.
Billy Bowman picks it up. Billy. Picks it up, scores the touchdown. Scoop and score. 2 minutes left. We're up 7. We're going to a bowl game. It's over, right?
Except not.
This is why I'm irritated with the defense right here. We got the game. It's 2 minutes left. We've got the game in our hands. This elite defense. We've got a good defense, right? We can win this game on the road at Missouri. What do they let them do? March down 75 yards in less than a minute.
And we even almost stopped them, and they got a penalty, and it was just...
Bad call. Now that's where the referees... It was ridiculous. The guy's scrambling out to the right. He's throwing the ball away. Who was it? Woody Washington kind of just doesn't even really hold him. He's just kind of,
Didn't even call the targeting on Deion Burks, too. It was just...
That was the next drive after that. But they go down, they score, tie the game up. We got 30 seconds left.
So I thought, okay, we'll just go into overtime, and it'll probably be it'll probably be really intense.
I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of blame for this. Because I was nervous. I had seen all that Jackson had done the whole game. I actually mentioned to Mom, we should just down it. I'm just afraid he's going to fumble the ball away here and with no time left, and they're going to pick it up and score, and there's no time left. And I mean the very next play after I said that.
Yeah, great job there, Dad. Really.
Gosh, how did I throw that into the universe? horrible.
It's just, it was, again, really, I don't know if it was just the defense was demoralized or if they were just tired. I have no idea what happened there. But it was just,
We demoralized. We picked up a fumble. We're up.
I have no idea what
They're
happened.
not demoralized. They let them score. I mean, and we had a cornerback fall down on the pass down the sideline. I'm like, what? How? I mean, if he doesn't fall down, he blows the guy up. The guy never catches the ball. It's just ridiculous. Everything, like you said, everything is going wrong here. Oh, my gosh. So they score the touchdown. We lose the game. You absolutely lose your mind.
I think it was the pent-up rage from this season finally boiling over,
Yeah,
Dad.
it boiled up and over.
And
It was splashing everywhere.
yes, I was. Let us say I was infuriated.
Yeah, your face was
was
beet red. Have you ever heard the term beet red?
No.
Have you ever seen a beet? The vegetable?
Oh, I thought you. So you mean like tomato red?
Yeah,
I don't
There's
know
a
what
term,
a beet
beet
is.
red. I never knew what that meant until I saw your face. Now I know.
I thought it would be Dad who would get more angry, but I was outraged. Again, it was just like, with 6 and 7, we played respectably most of those games. Like, well, except for 49-0.
Well, we got
and TCU.
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about a couple years ago? Okay.
When Brent's first year is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we were close in all those games.
Except for OU Texas,
Right.
and TCU, who just were on fire that year.
Right. Yeah.
We played mostly pretty respectably that year.
We did.
It's just a lot of it was bad luck, I can live with that. But just the blatant ineptitude was just. And you know what really made me mad, Dad? It was the hope. It was the hope they gave me these last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. And then this happens. Mm-hmm. Just
grab our heart, rip it out, throw it on the ground, and stomp all over it. And think that I should be happy about that.
So, thanks, guys. You really, I feel bad for you guys because you guys you guys played the actual game, but.
I feel sad for me.
Yeah, I know. It's.
I only got a few years left. We got.
Oh, you stop it.
We got to get going here. We got to get going on these games.
But it was just. Oh my God! I was sick, as you like to say. Mm-hmm. I was just.
Yep. You lost your mind.
Sick.
I want everybody to head out. Everybody out of the house, but I had to be nice. We were watching.
Yeah, we looked like neutered dogs the next day. It was bad.
Butt down, tail in between our legs.
It was just really, really demoralized, Mm-hmm. So and then I'm seeing all the people talking crap on Twitter and
what did I do after the game?
And Facebook, and it was just I couldn't escape it, Dad. Mm-hmm. Even when I was trying to look at other things because I don't just talk about OU on Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. No. I keep seeing OU posts. It's like God was just like, yeah, no, you're gonna stew in this. You're just I'm gonna rub your face into it.
What did I do after the game?
You listen to the animal, because of course. What did they say?
Total debacle.
Yeah,
total debacle.
That was almost a 49-0 level of just like, Manon, what are we gonna do? Dad, what are we going to do?
We're going to put this one behind us.
I even posted on the OU Facebook group we're a part of. I'm just like, please let this season just end.
I saw you got top contributor status
Oh,
there.
yeah, I did.
So,
yeah, I'm just...
people are starting to like you out there. So I appreciate that from the...
You even commented, which I don't know when or if you comment on anything on Facebook, unless it's like, like posts I'm doing or whatever.
It was still pouring in on me, just like it was you. I was looking. I was just trying to find somebody.
I was just trying to think about something else. You know, it was just like it was like Boise State. Mm-hmm. It was just.
Yeah, this might have been worse than Boise State. I don't know. I mean, that one was bad.
Well, that's still
finally caught up in that game and went ahead.
Well, that's still my number one saddest OU loss for me. But
Yeah, because we were behind that whole game. We're behind. We're thinking, what? Boise State? What are we doing here? This is Oklahoma football.
And then that Walton Goggins looking guy, Chris Peterson, is like, I'm going to stab OU right in the heart, Brutus Julius Caesar style.
It was very similar to this game because remember, we were behind, and then we picked it off and ran it in for a touchdown. We were finally like, yeah, we're going to win after all.
Well, I think this game
they go and score all those trick plays on us and go and score. And then they're going to go for 2, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're going for the win against us. And then they do the little Statue of Liberty, and they score. And then the guy goes over there and squats down and asks for his girlfriend knee, or takes a knee and asks for her hand in marriage.
Oh, I hated Boise State after that.
I wonder if they're still married.
I actually looked this up not too long ago, actually, because I was thinking about the game. They are still married, as far as I'm aware.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, that would have been awkward if that didn't pan out, but apparently it has. So, yeah, this game though was just who wanted to lose this game more, you know?
And we definitely wanted to lose it more.
Straight up, again, it's like Lincoln Riley all over again. No complimentary football, except it's reversed. You can't score now. And again, they had my hopes up, Dad, and they stabbed me. It's
unacceptable.
I know.
Somebody needs to pay.
I know.
Somebody needs to pay.
I know a lot of OU fans feeling the same way. And look, I don't know what we're gonna do.
They should at least offer grief counseling.
I know, yeah.
Free grief counseling.
They should do that. Yeah.
Did you talk about this with Melfi?
No, I did not. Surprisingly, because I'm like, well, it is football at the end of the day. But I was tempted to, so it wasn't like I was, you know. But no, just
bad football. Final stats: rushing OU 169, Missouri 152.
We just keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Passing yards 135. Are we gonna ever pass for 300 yards again?
It's disgusting.
It's ridiculous. Now here's a stat for you. I see there at halftime. Jackson Arnold 43 yards passing. He's our quarterback, right? The punter 43 yards passing at halftime.
Ugh. Yeah.
There's you a stat.
I don't know what was going on with Jackson, because Jackson actually looked like he was kind of coming back. He looked a little looser.
He's lost his mind.
No, I'm just. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
He looked a little looser. You know, he looked like he was gaining some more confidence last couple weeks, and he's right back to Tennessee form. What is going on here, guys? It was disgusting.
What did I say after the game about Jackson?
It was disgusting. I was disgusted by what I saw.
How many more plays did I say he should play at the University of Oklahoma?
You said he shouldn't play another down at OU again.
Ever. Leave.
And I mean, my first response would have been, you're being dramatic, but man, let me tell you right now, it was really hard to disagree. Mm-hmm. And that's what sucks the most. Because now we've proved all the naysayers right. Mm-hmm. Now I basically have to take it, you know, I have to take it on the chin while all these doom and gloomers are talking about how we're gonna suck for 50 years now. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, if don't even get me started on the fan base. Oh my God. Just disgusted. Just utterly disgusted. I'm angry, Dad. Now my voice is being raised. But I'm angry, Dad. I'm just disgusted.
I'm angry too.
I'm just disgusted. It's like, at least with Texas, at least 49-0. You know, at least with South Carolina and Texas this year, we just got our asses handed to us. You know, and look, I don't like that, but there's an honesty in that. You know, I can deal with that. I can be like, you know what, I'm mad, but they just were the better team. They just beat our ass.
Missouri a better team than us?
I would say they're the same tier team that we are. We should have had a chance to beat them. Even though they're 6-2, they are basically what we should have been this year. You know, respectable, not terrible.
They've had a little easier schedule than us. There's no reason we should have lost that game. Absolutely no reason. We are the better team than them. If we had any semblance of a quarterback,
or or even an
semblance
competence offense.
Offensive coordinator, we would have easily won that game, and probably a couple other ones. So even with the tough schedule we've had, so let's go down the list of things that we need to discuss here to get past this. Number one, Jackson Arnold ever play in this university again? Should he, in your opinion? In Britton Summers' opinion, not Willie, but should he after that showing, or should he go back to high school?
You should get benched at least. I hate to say that.
No doubt the other kids got to play.
I mean,
if we want to just blow the season up and just each quarterback gets to play a series every other series or something.
Fine.
I'm fine with that. I'm just do something different. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing Jackson Arnold. I'm sick of that stupid mustache he has.
Okay, now
I'm just done with him. Joe John Finley has to be gone.
We need
run a tight end jet sweep. The jet sweep's off. I mean, I don't ever want to see that play again. And then you run Bauer Sharp on a tight end jet. That is a dead play. Whoever called that, goodbye. Let Jackson Arnold just call his own plays if that's what you're calling. And then he runs a tight end pass behind the line too. So. And then where has 21 been all year?
So were they just letting Jackson cook those last couple games? Is that why we were actually playing pretty good?
Well, number one, we're playing Maine. They're terrible. They're
with Ole Miss, even Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is not terrible.
He played decent in the first half, but then he didn't do anything in the second half, if you recall, right?
Oh yeah.
We couldn't do anything in the second half. No first downs. So, and where's Xavier? Where has he been? Number 21.
Didn't he drop it versus Maine?
I don't remember that. I don't even remember him playing versus Maine. I think I heard him say he did, but he looked like a man, and he's a true freshman. So if we got that guy on our team, he looks like he knows what's going on.
We might have some promise.
So I mean, if our offensive coaches aren't good enough to know that guy should be playing a lot, I don't know what to say. Everybody got to go.
Yeah.
And DeMarco, what are you doing? You don't know that guy should be playing and demanding that he gets in the game?
Well, Tatum's not terrible either.
I know, but this guy's got to play. He's better than Tatum, in my opinion. In that game, he was definitely better. And he knows how to wait for the blocks. He was much better.
Like, I would say even if we had Jeff Lebby, I think we could have won this game.
Oh, yeah.
Because, look, I had my gripes about Lebby.
Me too.
And I'm not going to pretend he was perfect.
Right.
And he definitely made some pretty bad decisions.
I did not like him as our offensive coordinator.
On the personal level.
Oh, yeah, with the Bryles thing.
But the dude can run a competent offense. Like, you Texas last year. Really well-called game.
Exactly.
I don't really have a lot of problems with. I didn't really have a lot of gripes. I don't know what happened in the last couple games. I think he called a couple of stupid plays. But,
he would drive me crazy, but he had a competent offense. These guys don't know what they're doing.
Dude, they know how to score. He knows how to score. He knows how to work with these players.
On the bright side, I know that there's some fans that will probably argue with me, but I thought the line played a little better.
I thought they looked better.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
they weren't great. They're not, they're not going to win any awards, but they were at least a little better, and I saw some improvement there.
Yeah, Jackson just looked, I don't know if scared is the right word,
yeah,
but
Jackson's scared. He won't throw the ball. There's guys running open. Throw the ball. Throw it out there. On that first field goal, Burks is running across. He's breaking wide open in the corner. All you got to do is lay it out in front of you. Even Burks was yelling at him on the sidelines. Throw the ball. So Jackson's too scared to play college football. So he, anyway, we're beyond him. So defense looked great the whole game. First half, Missouri's got 88 yards. They're looking great.
I don't know what happened that last play.
But they broke right when it was the most important time in the game. They broke down on us and let them score that touchdown. None of that fumbling stuff would ever happen if we held them, right?
Yeah.
Just terrible. And that holding penalty was ridiculous.
And then they do a blatant targeting. I think this was earlier on. And they don't call it! Yeah. I'm just, again, disgusted. This is unbelievable. This is not OU football, Dad.
That's right. Well,
I've gotten annoyed with this statement, but it's true. It's not up to the standard.
Not
Seriously,
close to the standard.
I've threatened, or I haven't literally threatened to murder
anyone. The standard.
But I've just, like, if someone says that again, I swear to God. But I hate to say it. It's not up to the standard, Dad.
It's not to the standard. It's not close to the standard. It's well below the standard. That's all I have to say. Now, I did hear that the university president, Joe Herzog,
Oh, it's not in Yates anymore?
still has confidence in Brent Venables. He
I
will
heard-
not be fired at the end of the season. So there you go, son.
I thought it would have been.
okay.
I thought,
okay.
well, here's the thing, Dad. It's not necessarily that I'm not mad at Brent Venables. I think he's made some. I think he's made some bad choices, and well, you can see how those bad choices are rewarding him. I like to try and think ahead. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, so what if we fire Brent Venables? What'll happen?
Right.
Because, I wasn't alive during this time, but I have read about this time. Gary Gibbs, mediocre at best. Mm-hmm. Get rid of him, and the bane of every OU fan's existence, one John Blake arrived and was like, oh, you think that's bad? Oh,
Before that, we had Schnellenberger, which you don't
that's-
hear much about him. So we had Gibbs. We went to Schnellenberger. 1 season out. Didn't fit our culture. John Blake, 3 years out. And then we finally, so 10 years in, it was Gibbs for 6 years. Schnellenberger, 1 year, I believe. And then John Blake, 3 or 4 years. So around 10 years it took us to come back from Switzer to Bob Stoops. And then we had 20-something years of bliss. Mm-hmm. Had a couple bad years there, but mostly good
the worst
football.
ones we had were like 8-4.
Oh, yeah. We never had close to missing a bowl game.
No.
Never close.
And, I mean, it's just... I don't know. My point is, I'm afraid that if we decide to, jump the shark, cut off Brent Venables, someone worse will show up.
Well, we could...
And then we'll be complete lolcows, worse than we are right now.
Yeah. We could get into that vicious cycle that I think Florida's in right now.
Or Missouri before
A&M has been in where we...
Missouri.
3 years, you fire the coach, get another coach, they suck. Another, fire them after 3 years, and we just got no consistency. Like having Bob Stoops here for 20-plus years, I mean...
We're
that's
used to consistency.
Right. So I'm for keeping Brent, but here's some things. Here's some must-haves.
All right.
Venables.
I'm sure I'll agree with them.
Offensive coordinator, best in the country. Better get it hired.
I'm sure there will be a lot of people who will want to come
We
to
have to
OU.
find a quarterback in the portal. I mean, maybe these two guys. I mean, I don't even know. Jackson Arnold. I mean, I've lost all confidence in him. The other kid, Hawkins, he's young. He's got great legs. Can he throw the ball? Doesn't look like it to me. We need to find a portal quarterback like Oregon got Dylan Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
That solidified them as a great team this year, right? Yeah. We've got to find another quarterback, somebody that's coming out of the portal, that's good, that can right this ship for us.
Yeah.
We have to get our receivers back. I heard Farouk might come back. I don't know if that's great. Nick Anderson, he's got to get well. We've got
Burks.
Burks, I'm not sold on Burks anymore. I mean, anyway. Gibson, hopefully he'll come back. And then we got to get some of these freshmen,
I heard someone was redshirting. I don't remember who it was, but it was one of our receivers.
But we've got to get some receivers. We must get some linemen.
Yeah.
Some of these freshmen that we've had this year got to grow up. We've got some new guys coming in next year that are freshmen. I don't know if they're going to be ready to play yet, but we've got to get some linemen out of the portal.
It kind of reminds me of 2020 OU, that kind of weird spot where, well, it was COVID season, so that was one of the big reasons. But also, I remember our offensive line wasn't that great. But luckily, we had Lincoln Riley. I hate saying this, and Lincoln Riley, offensive mind, very good at that. So, he knows
how to work around
he knows how to make it respectable. Which I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's continue on. What else do you need to change?
And then the defense looks fine. I mean, I see guys that are even behind Stutzman and Bowman that are players. So I think the defense is going to be fine. But these are must-haves. That offense has to be fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Has to be fixed.
Oh yeah.
We have to bring in somebody that's competent. Period.
Because if this happens again, like whatever goodwill I have, I'll be like, look, Brent, appreciate what you've done.
Our goodwill will only last so long.
Like, Brent, appreciate what you did, but we're gonna have to let you go.
We don't have a pro football team here in Oklahoma to fall back on, and you aren't a Thunder fan.
Well,
it's the Sooners, right?
It's kind of ironic, I guess. I followed the Dallas Cowboys, who were in a similar perilous situation. So I'm just boned this year in terms of sports teams.
It's a forgettable year.
It's just I want to crawl into a bed and just cry for like 3. So thanks, OU. You're gonna get a file in the mail for emotional
black
damage.
Mark 2024 as the football season that will not be named.
Yeah.
The year 2024
Anyway.
for Oklahoma football will not be named. So next up, well, we got a bye week, so we're not losing this week, so that's good news.
Going to Aunt Barbara's, like you said. But after that, we're playing Alabama. I see us losing.
How do you feel about that one?
After this game, after barely losing to Mizzou, I've been avoiding this all season because you know what? I'm like, you know what? 6 and 7. You know what? We still fought. Now, hello pup. Now I don't know if we're winning our next 2 games. I don't want to say, oh, we're gonna get blasted, but I don't see us winning. I hate to say that.
What reality? Okay, fine. Okay, so finally you're talking sense here.
I'm saying we're gonna probably lose.
Probably lose?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, you know how in the big games I used to take you to when we were, highly ranked and we would lose?
Uh-huh.
What if I take you to the Alabama game? Because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of tickets available.
That could be fun.
And we're a crappy team, and we pull it off, and we get to rush the field. How would that feel?
That would be pretty awesome. Doesn't Kimmer actually have a...
I don't know, but I'm sure we could probably score some tickets to that game. I'm sure most of the season ticket holders are not going to be...
Yeah, they're so disgusted they don't want to watch it anymore.
Giving those things away.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll think about that. We've got to reverse this season up. This season's not right, so we may have to go... We may have to go and change that luck because it looks like we're going to get our ass kicked the next 2 weeks. And I don't really curse on this podcast here.
I hate to say it. I hate even saying it. I want to just go in my room and just lay down and not see anyone for like 3 weeks.
If it were up to me, fans, podcast would be over for this year. Just saying.
Yeah.
Only because I love this kid right here.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Bowl streak over?
It's looking like it. Just, thanks, Brent.
Things got to change, Brent. Got to change.
No, it's just...
Things must change.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I was going to say about Joe C. I don't think Joe C's an idiot. Joe Castiglione, for anyone who knows. He was the guy who hired Bob, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean... It's not just like he was like, Brent Venables. I think he genuinely... He must believe somewhere, or at least made a calculated decision that, look, Brent can do this. So, I trust Joe C. I don't think he's a moron. We just, God, I just want this season to be over.
Got to have an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Venables out of the offensive room. I don't want to even see you over there. You and Zach Alley run the defense, hire somebody, and get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
No more questions. So, anything else to say about this game? I think we've beat her down a little bit.
Yeah, we've spent 48 minutes
talking
about that.
We're getting a little deep on this.
Yeah,
it deserved 48 minutes.
Let's just move on. I don't want to talk about this game no more.
Now,
fun week though.
Fun week of football.
Yeah,
fun week of football. Let's just start.
That's a big suck. It's been a fun year, and OU isn't benefiting. It's 2007, Mm-hmm. Except OU was pretty good in 2007. I think that was when we lost the Fiesta Bowl. Actually, that season. I don't remember.
I don't remember. You're going way back. I can't remember yesterday, son. How you going to remember 2007?
Well, you follow OU football religiously.
I am getting too old these days.
But fun week, though.
Yeah, let's start in the SEC. Ole Miss 28, Georgia 10. See, this was giving me hope because Ole Miss, we played them fairly tough, right? Mm-hmm. Rebs bullied the dogs. Bullied them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of because I voted for Ole Miss last week, but I was like, I don't know, it is Georgia. Kirby Smart's got a good thing going. I think they'll probably beat Ole Miss, probably.
Yeah.
And then we can joke about how we don't bet on anything, which trust me, there will be a couple of those in this episode. But Ole Miss did it. Lane Kiffin. I mean, everyone says he's a dirty ass coach, but something's working over there.
They bought it. They I've heard they've spent millions on this team and that NIL. So hey,
the benefits are being reaped.
if Mississippi can do it, Oklahoma definitely can do it. Mm-hmm. If we have to pay to get back on top, pay all.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was a good game though. It was fun to see.
How about this one? Bama 42, LSU 13 at night in Death Valley.
Yeah, I felt dread after that game because I'm like, oh no, Alabama,
They're back.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
LSU, not a terrible team, and they just got smoked.
Boat raced them at home,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So they're going to be even more mad
So
when we
Bama's
show
back.
up.
My question to you is, can we now go down to Death Valley and beat LSU? Our best games in the SEC have been on the road, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, I'll put it under we'll see. I'm not going to guess right now. I'm trying to keep it
under doubtful. South Carolina, I tell you, when South Carolina put it on us, they really got their confidence together. They slapped Vandy down, who beat Alabama 28-7. So South Carolina's got to be regretting that early season losses.
As our friend Mike likes to say, football's a fickle mistress.
Fickle. Texas Longhorns 49, Florida 7.
I was disgusted.
Texas, are they headed to the SEC championship? And I mean, they're going to make the playoffs, right?
I think Texas cursed us with some black
Sickening.
magic. It's just
Texas
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. I hate Texas.
And Tennessee beats Mississippi State 33-14. That's a no-brainer. Now, here's one that you.
I mean,
really
imagine a worse start for Jeff Lebby as a head coach.
I knew that was coming. Mississippi State's horrible, so there was no doubt about that. So Lebby should have stayed here, but I was ready for him to go also. So I'll be the first
Though
one to admit
I
was wrong
I
on
did
that
post saying that maybe we were a bit too hasty to let him
were a little
go,
too
and
hasty.
then some people were like, he left. So, oh well. Just
I mean, we were kind of kicking him out of there, too.
Yeah, that's what I
don't-
thought.
I don't know what was happening behind the scenes there, but we were not happy when he brought Bryles onto the field. you know.
yeah, I remember.
We got a little aggressive with that little stance there, a little holier than thou OU stance. We're too good for Art Bryles. Guess what happened?
Yeah, well,
We're
anyway.
we're in what you call the dumpster fire. Here's a good one that I thought you liked early on in the day. So Georgia Tech 28, Miami of Florida 23. Finally it happened. Miami was trying to lose all year, and they finally.
I called it, Dad. I called it. I'm like, they've been trying to lose for most of the season, and then Georgia Tech was like, well, we'll go all the way this time.
Georgia Tech, Florida State champions. They've dominated all the Florida teams. So, Miami still making the playoffs, in your opinion? It's only one loss there.
Probably.
Yeah, they probably make it, I think. So, Indiana, where in the world did Indiana come from?
Their coach is apparently pretty good.
20, Michigan 15. I think Indiana's, 9, 10, and 0? I mean,
Their coach is pretty good. Apparently it was a guy we considered as well, so people have been memeing about that all week. So, yeah, we'll see.
Oregon 39, Maryland 18. Ducks still number 1. Or are they?
I don't know who's going to beat them.
Bama can't beat Oregon?
Well, I was going to say, Jalen, or what's that dude's name? Milroe? Jalen Milroe?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was running all over LSU, so maybe Alabama could do it.
That's why I'm thinking we should put in Hawkins versus LSU, because Milroe is, I mean, he was 200 yards rushing.
Yeah,
Nearly.
he was bullying them all game.
Colorado 41, Texas Tech 27. So Coach Prime's got the Buffs rolling here.
You know, this gives me hope actually, because you know he was 4-8 last year, and now he's made Colorado pretty respectable again. So hey, maybe we can do it.
They have a chance to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
First year in the Big 12. So congratulations there. Notre Dame 52, Florida State 3. At least we're not Florida State.
Yeah, that's people were saying we're laughing stock of the SEC, and well, by our standards, we're a laughing stock. But hey, at least we're not Florida State.
I'm embarrassed, but we're not Florida State.
And at least we're not Mississippi State either.
That's right. BYU. I mean, I had Utah look like they had them dead to rights, and BYU comes back and wins that 22-21.
Poor Utah. They're like us. They're just snake bitten this year.
Yeah. They were supposed to win the Big 12 this year, and they have just not performed. They lost their quarterback. BYU keeps on trucking, and they could be a top 4 seed in the playoffs if they keep on winning.
It's a weird year of football, Dad. That's all I got to say.
Great.
I actually thought Utah beat them. I was like, oh, man.
Great Saturday. It was fun Saturday to watch. Other than that, just total meltdown that just cost us the whole Saturday. I mean,
Yeah, you were just in shock for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, I just want everybody out of the house. Ready to go to bed. So.
Oh boy.
Okay, so next week we're going to Aunt Barbara's this week. So it's a great week to go to Aunt Barbara's because there's only one really true big game. It's Georgia versus Bobby Hill. Georgia versus Tennessee. What do you got?
I'll take Tennessee.
All right, I'll go with Tennessee also. I like that.
I think Tennessee's just better team. You know, Georgia's kind of in that Michigan State right now where they're still kind of recover. I like to call it the national championship hangover. You know, you win a national championship, and you come back, and you're kind of like, oh man, what? What happened? Basically, like that the whole season.
Got a bad headache.
It's happened to OU a couple times, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're
Another pretty good game, Missouri versus South Carolina.
Oh, I hope South Carolina boat races them.
Beat the brakes off of them.
I'm so mad at Missouri. I'm going to be petty this week. I want them to lose.
And that coach of Missouri's like,
Hey, let Bob Stoops know that they aren't always, OU's not always going to beat Missouri.
hey, we had to play as bad as we could possibly play for you to win that game at home. At home, we had to play as bad as we could possibly play.
It was. Oh
my goodness!
I hope South Carolina just beats the crap out of them.
Yeah. It's a boat race. Florida LSU. LSU going to bounce back in this one.
I'm going for LSU in that one. Yep.
Here's a big rivalry game from way back when: Texas versus Arkansas.
Ooh, yeah, reigniting the old rivalry.
Got anything for?
I am taking Texas because Arkansas, they're that team, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. We're kind of frustrated. I don't want to, throw into that. I don't want to become one of those mid-tier SEC teams that are just kind of spinning their wheels and not sure what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Arkansas is one of those teams. I thought they were actually gonna do something. They beat Tennessee. I actually thought they were gonna do something, and they didn't. They got absolutely annihilated by Ole Miss.
Yeah, 53 points.
Just
we played great against Ole Miss. I mean, now that we look back at it, I mean,
that might be our best game of the year.
They boat raced Arkansas, and then they
beat Georgia.
They bullied Georgia. I mean, jeez.
Oh yeah, they got like 4 interceptions during that game.
Yeah. So. And then the SEC's got those.
I'm going for Texas. I hate saying it. I can feel.
I'm not going for Texas.
I can feel the puke coming out of my mouth. As I like to say.
I'm not going for Texas.
Well, that's the wrong word. I think Texas is going to win. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. But Arkansas, I would love to be proven wrong. You got a talented team.
Cousin Matt tried to warn us as we were coming into the SEC.
Yeah.
He tried to warn us, and we were laughing at him. You're Arkansas.
Yeah.
This is Oklahoma football, Matt. You don't know anything about this. And then, oh my goodness, we're looking right straight in the middle of lower tier SEC. But we're going to bounce back. Some lower tier games, kind of like our OU versus Maine game last week. Bama versus Mercer.
Taking Bama.
A&M versus New Mexico State.
Taking A&M.
Right.
Well, Mexico State's been okay in some years.
And then really, there's no other games that really interest me. So just those two SEC games. The Georgia-Tennessee, looking forward to that. We should be home to watch that game.
That should be a fun one.
And then the South Carolina beating the brakes off of Missouri. I would like to get home to see that one. So let's quickly go through the NFL. So
NFL.
Yeah.
NFL. No.
Another disappointing game for us. So Eagles 34, Cowboys 6.
Oh, I was sickened.
Yeah. Dak out for the year. Going to have surgery on a hamstring. So
No.
write them off. Ravens 35. Remember, so Thursday night game. Ravens 35, Bengals 34.
Yeah,
they come in right when they're going for 2. I'm like, hey, this is what I was talking about the week before when the Buccaneers should have went for 2 against the Chiefs to win that. And sure enough, they go for 2 and don't get it and blew my whole theory, right?
Well, I guess it's better to be a gambler than
At least
not.
they went for it, right?
Yeah.
49ers 23, Buccaneers 20. Baker played his guts out
I know.
and still lose. Niner kicker missed 3 field goals. And Debo was about to
Yeah, I saw that. You saw that? Where he's just...
bust him up. The deep snapper had to come over and tell him to settle down. I think if he missed that last game and they lost that game, Debo was going to take matters into his own
Oh,
hands.
my
We'll
gosh,
put it
yeah.
way.
That was...
So. Panthers 23, Giants 20. I usually wouldn't even talk about this game, but the Panthers are just,
Poor Giants.
Yeah,
I hate saying that as a Dallas fan.
such a storied franchise, and they're in the doldrums like OU is. So.
Yeah.
Chiefs 16, Broncos 14. The Chiefs just keep on winning.
That was a crazy... Did you see that last one? Kevin Haslam was going nuts. Blocked the field goal and...
They had him beat. Remember I said the Broncos they'll be the ones that'll come up and beat them when there's no way they can win, and then they block that field goal to hang on to the victory.
Yeah, that offensive line is pitiful. Just...
Steelers 28, Commies 27. Commies are pretty good, but Steelers pulled it out. So
The BS is real, as Urinating Tree likes to say. He's a sports...
That's his nickname?
That's his YouTube name. He actually inspired Days of Our Sooners because he has a show called Days of Our Steelers.
Okay.
So there you go.
Very good.
It's probably my
favorite. Where you got that name?
He's my favorite. No, I don't watch a lot of soap operas.
I've never
so.
have seen you watch a soap opera. So. I think soap operas were ended by the time you were born. So, Arizona Cardinals 31, Jets 6. Aaron Rodgers needs to go off into retirement, but the Cards find themselves in first place in their division. Ahead. I think they might be tied with the 49ers, but they actually beat the 49ers, so they've got the edge. So
Good job, Cardinals.
Way to go, Kyler, right? So I guess we're going to have to hang our hat on Kyler this year. Lions, big comeback. Lions were done, right? Remember I was saying, hey, this is why I don't gamble on games. How in the world are they going to get beat by the Texans? And they come back and win the game 26-23.
Yeah, I texted my friend who's the big Lions fan. His name's Josh. And I'm like, me and my big mouth. Because I was like, man, they're really... Because I texted him earlier. I was like, man, they're really taking the Lions to task. What's going on here? And he's like, well, Texans are playing. And I'm like, I guess so. And then I come back in and they've come back and won it. I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah. I guess
we should have gambled on that game.
I guess we should have given that one, right? Yeah. I don't know what they were favored by. Them, I don't know. They may have been favored by more than 3. So, and then the Dolphins finished off the week with a 23-15 domination of the Rams. Tua back. I mean, I don't know. We've talked about this before. So, so the Cowboys get Monday Night Football next week against the Texans. What are you thinking?
I'm just gonna lay back and just
take the beating.
Yeah, I mean
Texans.
I don't think they're gonna drop a nuke on us, but yeah, we're losing that game. I'm just giving in to despair at this point as a Cowboys fan.
And then the Thursday night game is Commies versus the Eagles. Nice NFC East.
I don't know who's gonna win that game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll give it to the. You know what? I'll actually give it to the Commies because Though, I'll go commies for right now. Because Eagles can't seem to get out of their own way unless it's against Cowboys.
Okay. Packers versus Bears. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because Caleb Williams is on the team. What are you thinking there?
Packers. Because the Bears, they were looking pretty respectable there for a minute. They have completely fumbled. Fired their offensive coordinator. I have a buddy who's a Bears fan. He's been talking all about it. Well, he lives in North Carolina now, but he's a Bears fan. So, yeah, just not fun times in Chicago.
Yeah. It hasn't been fun times in Chicago ever since Michael Jordan left, I think. So
yeah. When was the last time the Bears were good?
I don't even remember.
I think it was that. No, actually, I do remember. It was their Super Bowl run with they went up against Peyton Manning and the Colts, and they won.
Okay.
But anyway,
I can barely even remember that. So
this is one of
take your word for it. Ravens Steelers, good old AFC.
In theory, I'm going for the Ravens because they have the better team. But again, like the Eagles, they love playing down the competition. Which is why I thought we were going to beat Mizzou this week because they also play down their competition. Can you tell I'm still bitter about this?
Yeah, I can tell that. Yeah, I see it.
It's disgusted, as you like to say.
Bills versus Chiefs. Is this the week? Do they finally get the Chiefs? I think the Bills can beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but they never can beat them in the playoffs. But is this the week when the Chiefs finally give it up?
They should. Mahomes, man, the dude's Tom Brady at this point. Even when you think he's going to lose, he somehow pulls it out.
Yeah.
But I'll go for the Bills because I think the
I think it's good, but I'm not going to bet on it.
I don't know.
I'm not betting on the game. I'll tell you
I'll
that
say
right now.
Bills for right now.
Then we got Bengals versus the Chargers on the Sunday night game.
Man. About the same tier of team.
Yeah, Bengals look pretty good against...
Won't embarrass themselves. Won't blow everyone away, you know. Not sure. I'll go with the Chargers. Bengals seem to kind of...
On hardball?
Yeah. Bengals seem to kind of... They're in a weird spot right now. So
yeah, Burrow...
the Chargers look more stable, I think, as a team.
Burrow must cut.
You're still on about the hair.
That frosted hair. Got to. How does the team even allow him to have that? He's got his helmet off on the sidelines. I'm looking around going, is somebody not going to come up and just shave that right off of his head? What is he doing? Has he got him a new girlfriend? What's going on? It's ridiculous. He's in the NFL. He's got frosted hair tips.
Well, I've seen weird hair on other players before. You remember T.O.?
T.O.? Oh, T.O.?
Terrell Owens.
Oh, okay.
He's one of my favorite players growing up.
The way you said it is like T.O., like, like a Spanish name.
Oh.
You didn't say T.O.
Terrell Owens, one of the greatest wide receivers to ever do it.
Yeah, he was good.
Also, very flamboyant man. That's my quarterback. To quote him.
He's mental.
Yeah, a lot of wide receivers are.
That's true.
You have to be. I've realized in my time as a football fan, you have to be a different kind of animal to be a wide receiver.
That is true. Well, you got any more thoughts on any of this?
Just disgusted. But as I like to say, Dad didn't raise a fair weather fan. Boomer Sooner for life. Even though it'll probably kill me one day. Love you, Dad.
Love you too.
We've gotten to at this point. It's like we're gonna just...
The season that will never be spoken of ever. After this year's over, I don't want to hear 2024 come out of your mouth and Sooner football in the same breath.
I won't say a word. I will not say a word. But, yeah. So we're off next week, so thank God. I think that's it. Just
end it.
All right. Whoop, this is yet another episode of Days of Sodas. Until next time.
See you after Bama.